There is a truth that has been hidden from many but revealed to a few. The true chosen ones, the ones handpicked by God before birth, are not defined by religion, appearance, or status. They are defined by spirit. And though they often walk unnoticed by the world, heaven recognizes them by their light. You can feel it. The world is shifting. Darkness is louder. Confusion is stronger. And yet, something inside you refuses to be swallowed by it. You sense a purpose that won't let you rest. That's not coincidence, that's calling. The chosen ones are awakening. And with that awakening, their spiritual gifts are being activated. These gifts are not given to impress, they're given to impact. They're divine tools meant to guide, heal, protect, and awaken others. And today, the veil is lifting. These are the 7 spiritual gifts that only the true chosen ones carry, the signs that you were set apart for something greater. 1. The gift of divine discernment. The chosen see what others can't. They can look into a situation and feel what's really happening beyond appearances. It's not suspicion, it's discernment. They can sense deception, falsehood, and hidden motives before words are even spoken. This gift can feel heavy at times, because it exposes truth even when the truth hurts. But discernment protects you from traps that destroy others. God gave you this gift because your mission requires clarity. You must be able to separate what looks good from what is good. You will often be misunderstood, accused of being too suspicious or too serious, but trust your intuition. What you feel is real, it's heaven's way of keeping you aligned. 2. The gift of empathic healing. You carry light that heals. The chosen ones don't just understand pain, they absorb it. When you walk into a room, energies shift. People feel calm around you without knowing why. You attract broken souls because your energy reminds them of hope, but this gift has a cost. You must learn boundaries. Without them, you'll drain yourself trying to fix everyone. You were sent to heal, but not to carry every wound. Your empathy is your strength. Use it with wisdom. The true healer knows that love is the medicine and presence is the cure. 3. The gift of prophetic insight. Chosen ones often receive divine messages through visions, dreams, and synchronicities. You might dream of events before they happen, or feel guided to say words that later prove true. These are not coincidences, they're downloads from heaven. This gift deepens as your connection to God strengthens. The more silent you become, the clearer you hear His voice. But remember, this gift is sacred. Never use it for attention or validation. Use it to warn, to comfort, and to confirm divine truth in a world drowning in lies. The prophetic spirit doesn't seek fame, it seeks obedience. 4. The gift of unshakable faith. When others panic, you stand still. When everything falls apart, your spirit remains anchored. That's not luck, it's faith forged through fire. You've seen enough storms to know that God never abandons His own. This faith didn't come easily, it was built through unanswered prayers, lonely nights, and countless losses. But every trial that could have destroyed you only deepened your trust. The chosen ones are not fearless because they've never suffered. They're fearless because they've survived everything that should have broken them. You carry peace in chaos because your soul has learned the secret, even when you don't understand God's plan. You trust His character. 5. The gift of spiritual authority. True chosen ones carry divine authority not over people but over energy. Your words carry weight in the unseen realm. When you speak life, things change. When you pray, atmospheres shift. When you declare peace, storms obey. You were not meant to beg life for mercy, you were meant to command it with faith. This is why darkness fears you. The enemy recognizes your voice even if the world doesn't. You were born with dominion, but life had to teach you humility first, so your power would serve God's will, not your ego. Walk in that authority with grace. You don't need to prove your power, your peace proves it for you. 6. The gift of solitude and inner wisdom. Chosen ones walk alone, not because they're antisocial but because their path is sacred. God separates them early so they can hear His voice without distortion. Solitude becomes their sanctuary, and silence becomes their teacher. You've always felt different, and that's by design. You were never meant to fit in with the crowd. Your isolation wasn't punishment, it was training. In your loneliness you learned to listen. In your stillness you learned to discern. You discovered that wisdom doesn't come from noise, but from knowing when to be quiet. Your solitude made you unbreakable, and your silence made you powerful. 7. The gift of unconditional love. Above all, the chosen ones carry the rarest gift, unconditional love. Not a love that depends on perfection, but one that understands humanity's flaws and still chooses grace. You see the divine spark in everyone, even in those who hurt you. This love is your greatest weapon and your greatest test. It keeps your heart soft in a cold world. It allows you to forgive what others can't. The enemy tries hardest to corrupt this gift, to make you bitter, to make you hate, but when you love anyway, you win. Unconditional love doesn't mean allowing harm, it means seeing through pain and responding with light. The chosen love differently because they love divinely. These 7 gifts are not learned, they're remembered. You've carried them across lifetimes, waiting for this moment of activation. The awakening you're feeling is not new, it's ancient. You're simply returning to what your soul has always known. But remember, gifts come with responsibility. You were chosen not to feel superior, but to serve. You were not called to preach perfection, but to embody truth. The world doesn't need more prophets of words, it needs prophets of action, those who live the message they speak. God is now gathering his chosen across the planet, uniting hearts, synchronizing missions, awakening souls. You are part of this movement. Every time you choose forgiveness over anger, silence over ego, compassion over judgment, you activate heaven on earth. The 144,000 are not coming. They're awakening. The gifts are not arriving. They're unfolding. You are remembering who you are, a fragment of divine consciousness, sent here to bring light into a world that forgot its own. So walk with humility. Speak with truth. Love without fear. You are not just another soul wandering through existence. You are a chosen vessel of transformation. And now that you know who you are, you can no longer pretend you don't. You've been awakened, and heaven expects you to use what has been placed within you. Because when the chosen rise, darkness trembles. And when they love, entire worlds heal. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.